Francesco Bagnaia's failure to breach the dominance in the MotoGP Portugal Sprint Race was far more than a mere 8th place finish. It was a resounding alarm bell tolling in the Ducati Corse headquarters, a stark reflection of adaptation struggles. Portimao, a circuit that demands extraordinary grip and precision, once again stood as a silent witness to Pecco's travails, as he candidly admitted that his aggressive early strategy proved catastrophic. "I've stopped expecting too much. I had a bit of trouble due to a lack of rear grip, and during the sprint, I didn't manage it well and started sliding too soon," explained the Italian rider, a forthright confession that stirred a profound unease among fans and his technical team alike. Bagnaia's words lie at the heart of the drama unfolding. Amid ever-tightening competition, particularly from fellow Desmosedici users and rising stars like Pedro Acosta, the margin for error, let alone miscalculated tyre management, has vanished entirely. Bagnaia's mistake wasn't a lack of raw pace, but flawed tactical execution. Over-pushing in the opening laps in a desperate bid to keep pace with the leading trio, Alex Marquez, Acosta and Bezzecchi, sacrificed his rear tyre's longevity. The decision to force his machine in that critical phase caused the rear tyre to begin sliding earlier than the sprint distance allowed. Consequently, in the latter half of the race, as others found their rhythm and capitalised on remaining tyre life, Bagnaia's bike lost drive, leaving him easy prey for overtakes and struggling to hold optimal racing lines. "At the start, I saw the others going a bit faster than me, and, to try to compete with them, I pushed too hard," he said, underscoring how closing the gap in those initial seconds prematurely killed his rear tyre. An 8th place finish, with Alex Marquez claiming a brilliant victory, and even direct rival Marco Bezzecchi on the podium, was a bitterly galling outcome. The issue was compounded by his botched start. "I had trouble at the start because the bike lifted," said Pecco, pointing to a potential clutch issue to be addressed before the main race. Failing to launch cleanly from 4th on the grid cost him sight of the leading trio, trapping him in a mid-pack scrap that was dirtier and more tyre-consuming. It also highlighted his dissatisfaction with acceleration performance. These frustrated remarks sparked an immediate flood of comments and reactions across the digital realm. Die-hard supporters, dubbed Pecco's Army, swiftly mounted defences, blaming Ducati and the technical team for a sub-optimal bike setup at Portimao. "This isn't the real Pecco. Ducati needs to find that missing rear grip pronto. Don't let our champion fight alone," tweeted one fan, echoing unwavering faith. Yet there was also a sharper, more realistic wave of criticism, especially from viewers demanding consistency from a 2-time world champion. "A world champion should manage tyres. That's basic. He keeps making the same mistakes in sprint races. Alex Marquez and Bezzecchi prove the Desmosedici can win. This is mental and race management, not just the bike," came a cynical YouTube comment. This polarization underscores the immense expectations heaped upon Bagnaia's shoulders. Behind the closed doors of the garage, Bagnaia's statements about lacking rear grip and corner entry issues subtly heightened tensions with Ducati. The engineers in Bologna, renowned for their precision standards, reportedly felt a wave of disappointment. Though public support remained steadfast, internal sources at Ducati Corse revealed concerns over inconsistent patterns. "We always back Pecco. He's our world champion. But we also expect maturity matching his titles," said a source close to Ducati Corse on condition of anonymity. Data shows Alex Marquez and even rookie Pedro Acosta managed to nurse their tyres to the end. There's an element of riding style adaptation here that Pecco must quickly master, especially in mitigating wheel spin on initial acceleration. This concern isn't mere criticism, but a firm push for swift solutions, given the intensifying rivalry and the risk of losing technological edge. Gigi Dall'Igna, general manager of Ducati Corse, though issuing no harsh statement, reportedly held an urgent meeting with Bagnaia's crew chief, Cristian Gabarini, right after the sprint. "The pressure to retain double titles is immense, and every weekend exposing Bagnaia's vulnerabilities is a strategic blow to the Italian mark." Bagnaia's technical analysis further clarifies the problem's roots. He admitted, "Here, I couldn't enter corners as I wanted. Unfortunately, this morning, I couldn't try a specific setup that, I hope, would help a bit with that. This year, I don't have the rear-wheel drive like previous years. This opens a Pandora's box on Desmosedici development dynamics. Is this new bike, supposedly designed to be faster, demanding a different riding style that Bagnaia hasn't fully mastered?" Race analysts point to the possibility that a setup optimal for one-lap pace qualifying proves inefficient for tyre management over race distance. Alex Marquez, with his notoriously smoother style, proved superior at rear tyre preservation, a stark contrast to Pecco's need to force it. The sprint defeat also carries significant championship implications. Though Bagnaia remains atop the standings, his points lead is now razor-thin, with Marco Bezzecchi steadily accruing valuable points. Portimao's result has bolstered the narrative that Bagnaia's dominance is under serious challenge, not just from other manufacturers, but from young talents. His greatest challenge now is Sunday's main race. Though he conceded, "For tomorrow's long race, I don't have the pace of the top three," referring to Alex, Pedro Acosta and Bezzecchi, he and his team must take big risks. They plan to swap the clutch to fix wheelie issues at the start and switch to a medium tyre, believed to offer better consistency. Choosing the medium for the Grand Prix is a calculated gamble. If the medium holds up better than the soft he used in the sprint, he might claw back to the front, but if he can't fix his corner entry and throttle management, the medium could backfire, lacking the speed to compete. The pressure is squarely on Bagnaia's shoulders. He must prove he can turn the tide, not just mechanically through setup changes, but mentally and tactically. Portimao is a brutal mental test for Bagnaia. He must transform Saturday's weakness into Sunday's strength, silencing critics, easing tensions among Ducati brass, and proving why he deserves his crowns. Maybe with the ideas we have, we can improve it. I myself might have to change a few things, was Bagnaia's final pledge. This promise isn't just to his team, but to the entire racing world, awaiting whether the champion can rise from this minor setback, or if Portimao marks the start of the crumbling dominance he's built so painstakingly. The Grand Prix outcome will determine if these difficulties are merely a blip on the radar or a sign of deeper issues in a champion's consistency amid MotoGP's fiercest era.
Welcome to GP Talks. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.